how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. First of all, everybody always asks me where I got this Mario Kart shirt. I got it at Forever 21 like forever ago. Forever 21 ago. So if you want this shirt, I don't know if they still sell it, but I love this shirt. It's so cozy and I always get compliments on it. So get serious. Today's video, we are going to be doing a Yass or pass. And basically this is where I just tell you if I would be yassing or passing new makeup. I really should call it roasting new makeup products because I feel like all I really do is roast, because I don't really like anything that's come out recently, but like you never know, there's always a few surprises sprinkled in, and sometimes I even surprise myself and like the things more than I thought. So we're just gonna go to my friend Trend Mood and we are gonna find some makeup to talk about. Let's just chat, you and me, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is the Makeup Revolution food themed eyeshadow palettes. They have an avocado, a pizza, and a chili. Interesting. The first thing I will say I appreciate the fact that they didn't shape the actual packaging to be in the shape of a pizza or an avocado or a chili. I am so happy these are just in standard rectangular packaging because it just makes it's so much easier to store. It makes so much more sense. Like having your palettes like this, they can still be cute and themed without having to be a pain to actually physically store. So I do appreciate that. I will say I'm not super inspired by the color stories. At least they are on brand. Like I can appreciate that they're at least on brand, and the pizza has like pizza color. Like they're all at least on theme. And I think if you were looking, especially that green palette, because I know greens have been really popular, if you were looking for a more inexpensive alternative, the avocado palette would be a really good palette for you. And the pizza palette actually is kind of a unique palette. It's got kind of different shades to it. They also have these like banana, strawberry, peach, pineapple highlighter and blusher thingies, and those I'm so about. Like I'm just kind of could do with or without those because to be honest, I have a gold highlighter like the pineapple highlighter. I have pinky peachy blushes. The only cool thing about these ones is that they have the embossing of fruit on them. So like that's kind of fun, but at the end of the day, this is definitely what I would call a gimmick, but there's nothing wrong with it because at least they're not overcharging you because it's a gimmick. Like they're keeping their same Makeup Revolution prices with this whole collection. It just also happens to be a gimmick, so I'm not mad at it. Would I buy it? No, but I have an obscene amount of makeup. I don't need any more. So if you want to buy this, I'm totally supportive of it. All right, I want to talk about the new Decay Naked foundation. So I was interested in this because I think it was Thomas Halbert has been talking all over like Instagram and Twitter about how much he loves this foundation. He's been like sent it and he's been using it. It's his favorite thing ever. And so I wanted to get more information. So I watched Teresa is Dead, there we go, her review, and she didn't really like it. It wasn't a very favorable review. And honestly, that holds more weight to me than someone like Thomas, only because Teresa, I feel like I have a similar skin. She's normal skin. I don't think she's ever put anything in her skin that wasn't there before. No shade. That's just how my skin is too. So I take her opinion more than I would take like other people's, and she didn't really like this. I do think the packaging looks pretty cool though. Here's the thing. Urban Decay and Tarte are two brands that I just don't think need more foundation and concealer lines. Like they have a lot of complexion product lines. Like Urban Decay has the All-Nighter, it has the Naked, it has like the Naked Skin? Yeah, has the All-Nighter, the Naked Skin. Like I know there's a few other ones. Like they have a lot of different foundation options. So I don't necessarily feel like this needed to happen. I do commend them on it being 50 shades. That's kind of fun. However, I do think Urban Decay, again, it's like overpriced. It's $39 for the bottle and $29 for the concealer. And I know with that concealer, you get very little product. So I just can't imagine that that's worth it. Not really one way or the other about this one, but I've not heard fantastic reviews except from Thomas Halbert. And this is no shade to him, but he was also sponsored to do that video. So, and I know he could be honest too, but that is something to take into account when when you're like trying to get information about a product. He was sponsored with that video and Teresa was not, and she did not like it. So Too Faced came out with a Palm Springs Dreams collection, and it looks just like their Pretty Rich palette, except instead of having weird pan shapes, it's all rectangular. Wait, this looks just like their Pretty Rich palette. Like the same colors. Like the aesthetic even too is a little bit samesies. Wait, also the packaging's ugly. Wait, why is it? What? Wait, I actually don't like this at all. Okay, I am definitely one that like doesn't like Too Faced very much, and I can definitely think they're chintzy, but like why did they come out with a palette that looks eerily similar to the Pretty Rich palette, except the packaging is not cute? This kind of looks like the same layout as their peach palettes. They have the Just Peachy Mattes and the White Peach palette. This looks like the same style of packaging, but for some reason, instead of making the front packaging looking really cute and aesthetic, it just is weird. It looks so weird. They have writing going two different ways. Is it supposed to be like a hotel? What? Okay, I hate that. Anyway, I won't harp on that too much because everyone craps on Too Faced enough, but like, geez. I want to touch on the Jeffree Star mystery boxes because people are coming out and saying that the lipsticks they got in the mystery boxes are like moldy and old, and they're finding weird things going on with them, and they have bumps on them and like they're definitely expired. I'm just gonna say this right here, right now. I don't think anyone should ever be ordering a mystery box because regardless of the value, nobody is going to put their best-selling items into a mystery box. Jeffree Star is not putting blood sugar palettes in his mystery boxes. He's putting the things that aren't selling. That's what every business does. Any business who does mystery boxes, they're putting in their least bought products of like that quarter, and that's what they're sending to you guys. So you do run the risk of getting expired products because sometimes it's been sitting there a long time. And is that really bad on the brand? Yeah, but I also just think like, because I have this weird obsession with like watching mystery box unboxings, even though they're all the same, I just think it's really interesting to see what people actually got for what they paid. And while most of the time people got a lot of stuff, like the people who paid like the $70, they did get a lot of stuff, but it's not stuff they're ever gonna use. It was like the lime green lipstick, the highlighter that like nobody really wanted from this whatever collection. Like none of it is actually good, top of the line, the best stuff that they would want. So I do kind of think mystery boxes, no matter what weight, no matter what brand, not just Jeffree Star's, but he's the one I've been hearing people talk about, I think they're not worth it, ever. For any brand, ever, for anything. Like even if it's like, I don't know, even if it was like Anastasia Beverly Hills mystery box, like I still would not think that's worth it because it's probably gonna be their foundation stick and like blush trios. You know what I mean? Next I want to talk about the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. Okay. So this is, I have a migraine just from reading what that just said. This is $68. I am the first to admit that I spend quite a bit of money on like powder products. Like I definitely splurge in the powder product area because number one, I'm insane. And number two, I do think that because powders at least last a very long time, at least I'm guaranteed to like get a lot of use out of that and like have time to use it, and like because it takes years most of the time for like eyeshadows or highlighters to go bad. Foundations can go bad in a matter of months. So I don't know if I would spend after taxes $70 on a foundation because like number one, there's no way it's that good. And especially when you can get drugstore foundations that are fantastic. Like Makeup Revolution has fantastic drugstore foundations. I could kind of get it if you had a particular skin type that made it really difficult for you to find different types of foundations that work for you. Like that I would totally understand spending that type of money. But for me, a lot of foundations just kind of work for me. Like I can make a bunch of them work. I have a lot of them and they all work for me, and I have some that were dirt cheap. So I will never pay $70 for a foundation. But if you're like a foundation connoisseur and you just love foundation, the packaging looks incredibly bougie. I can attest that all of my Pat McGrath products, I don't know if they were worth the money, but like they all definitely were good products. Like they're all very good products. So I can't imagine that this is gonna be bad. Pat McGrath is a professional makeup artist, so I feel like she of all people would kind of know the tea on how to make a good foundation if she was going to. I just personally can't justify $70 on a foundation. I can't do it. No matter what I try to justify in my head, I can't do it. Okay, next, let's talk the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dreams palette. First of all, I actually pleasantly have been surprised by Manny MUA and his launches. They are starting to form a sense of cohesion because his highlighters had those really beautiful like components to them and were stunning and actually got amazing reviews. I actually debated picking one up, but I just couldn't. I couldn't support him. But I will say he is surprising me in the sense that he is consistently coming out with things that are very beautiful. Like, they're pretty and they look good quality. This Strawberry Dreams palette is too overpriced. I think if Manny, it's $48 for what? Like, it's nice and it's pretty and the packaging is beautiful, but like, I think that Manny should be charging less for his brand, because like, when I think about it in my head, I look at this and I'm like, okay, the formula does look cute, the packaging is cute, and I do actually like the colors in this. It's very summery. Like, I think I could create some fun summer looks with this. An Anastasia palette is $45. Manny is charging $3 more for one of, $3 more than a brand that has one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas. Too Faced palettes are like really established brands who have proven themselves and proven their formula have this price. And I just think he would do better if he didn't charge so much for things like this eyeshadow palette. Like, if this eyeshadow palette was even like $40, not even $48, it was just $40, that would make more sense to me than the almost $50 price tag. And it's $50 after shipping and tax. It's $50. Like, it's $55 at that point. So that to me is just not super worth it for what it is. But I will commend him that he's doing better with his brand than I ever thought he would when it first came out. And he is doing significantly better than his like counterpart Laura Lee, who just doesn't put out anything I've ever been interested in ever. So good for him. He had all those scandals, but like, he's doing it. I'm buying this. Anastasia Beverly Hills launched a foundation, and you bet your butt I am buying it. Most number one to review for you guys and like let you guys know, because a lot of people have already been asking me. Number two, because I am a diehard Anastasia stan. It's like the one brand that I stan. I can't help it. Like, I love them. And number three, I want to buy it because I genuinely have been waiting for them to come out with a foundation for so long that I just like need to know if this is good. You know what I mean? Like, I've been waiting years, biding my time, waiting for Anastasia to finally come out with something that wasn't that stupid foundation stick. And now that it's here, I want it. I do think the shade range is actually pretty good. I think, again, somebody with a deeper complexion would have to tell me what they think about the deeper shades. But from what I saw as a lighter skinned person, for me, the shade range looked good. They always look good for me. But I also noted that like the darker shades seem to have a good gradient. And what I also liked was that there was a similar number of shades per like skin category, and I thought that was really good. I do like the bottle, the component. I know a lot of people were giving her crap for having it say like foundation in bold across. I thought it looked really cool, and she said on Twitter, Norvina said that she actually did that so professional makeup artists could know exactly what they were grabbing when they were grabbing it. So extra bonus points. That's super cool. I'm gonna buy it when it launches in 3 days. I'm buying it. Next, so the Anastasia loose powders I'm not gonna buy. So I'm gonna wait for reviews on this because I can't justify spending that much on the Anastasia website at one time. Like, I just can't justify spending that much on a foundation and a powder when I have so many powders. This powder, however, does look interesting. I'm gonna wait on reviews, and I'm also really close to finishing my Derma Blend loose setting powder. So I think I want to finish up my Derma Blend and then like replace it with this white Anastasia one that's meant for like the translucent like universal skin tone or whatever. So I think I'm gonna do that, but I am gonna wait on this. But I'm interested. Like, tell me what you think, because I'm definitely interested, because again, I've just been waiting for Anastasia to do complexion products for so long that this is so exciting. Okay, Shiway put out a new highlighter called the Molten Glow, and I have to say, I don't need this at all, and I really am probably not gonna buy it because I really don't need another like goldy, whitey, gold white, like a white gold highlighter. I don't need another one. Gosh darn it, is this beautiful. I just think this thing is so freaking pretty. Shiway just like understands my aesthetic, man. Like, they just get aesthetically what I'm trying to go for with their packaging, with the products. Like, this is a highlighter that I know I would love. I mean, because I love their highlighter formula. I have citrine. I know I would love this formula. The packaging is all sparkly and beautiful. Like, I know I would love it. But I don't need to spend $28 on a shade that I have 10 times over, so I'm not going to. But I do think that looks beautiful. Good job, Shiway. A lot of of you guys were tagging me in the new ColourPop Strawberry Shake collection and wanting to know my opinions. Personally, I think that the Strawberry Shake palette is actually pretty similar to the Ooh La La palette that came out, the 9-pan from ColourPop that I just did a tutorial Tuesday on this week. So if you want to check that out, you can. But I personally just kind of think that it looks really similar to that. Definitely some variations, but like, I don't know. At this point, it feels like ColourPop, I know they always are doing the most, but all of these very big collections, I wish they would just take a moment and wait, because between like April and now, they've had like 6 of these 9-pans launch, and each one is like a full-blown collection with blushes and eye toppers and gel, new products and all of this crazy stuff. And I just wish they would like pause, take a step back, stop releasing these full collections, stop releasing the 9-pans, because now I thought it was really a cute and cool idea, and now I'm starting to get over it, because every other day there's a new 9-pan palette. I'm pretty sure the orange palette from ColourPop, Orange You Glad, launched on July 23rd, and this strawberry one launched on July 31st. So they were literally a week apart. Like, just chill out. Like, I just can't do it. This is too many 9-pans, too many collections, too many fruits. I'm so over the fruits. I don't care about fruits anymore. Overall, like, yeah, it's a cute palette. Yeah, I'm sure like I would like it, but I don't need it, and you probably don't need it either. I guarantee you have pink eyeshadows and like silvers and stuff that you can use. I guarantee you don't need that palette. Okay, finally, this I'm excited for, but I'm not gonna buy it. So Fenty Beauty released their Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. So last time she did her foundation launch, it was like all matte, and it was really good. I actually love that foundation. It's one of my favorite foundations. I'm gonna rebuy it probably when the school year starts, because it works really well for my skin during the fall time. They came out and everyone was like, where is the one for the Luminous sisters? And it didn't exist, and now she created it, and I think that's super cool. This isn't something I'm gonna buy because I don't particularly like luminous foundations. It's just not my thing. I do wish Rihanna would really create like BB and CC creams, because from what I've seen, especially people with deeper skin tones, it's so hard to find BB and CC creams, and I'm like, it shouldn't be that hard. So I really hope she keeps expanding on her complexion products. She's a person who I think can't have enough complexion products, because she truly does nail the shade ranges and makes it inclusive for everyone. So while I personally won't need this, I know a lot of you guys love dewy foundations, and I can attest that if this is as good a quality as the matte foundation, I would 10 out of 10 go buy it, because if you're interested, because I loved the matte foundation. I thought it was beautiful, and I think you would really enjoy this in a dewier format, if that makes sense. I just love Fenty. She's just so good. She's another brand I'm getting really close to like being ride or die for, because like everything she puts out, I'm like, yes, except those eyeliners and some of her lipsticks. Those were weird. All right, friends. Well, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, I have merch, my social media and everything I am wearing on my face will be linked down below. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!